I got a public service announcement I want to run to y'all real quick, you dig? It's based on a little true event, you know. But I want to keep this to y'all real fast, so I hope y'all enjoy this here. Check this out. You know, I was sitting cold chilling outside my front porch, and I hope there wouldn't be no drive-bys because the day looks pretty when the sun is out. No clouds, blue skies, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So I decided to take a walk down to the park to see what's happening. If the fellas out shooting ball, I sits down on a bench to watch the game play. Wasn't but a minute when I looked and heard somebody say, "Yo, B, man, what's happening? You remember me? I'm Lil J." I said, "Oh, what's going on, G?" I had to look to see if I really remember him. He looked familiar, then I knew him from being in prison. We started talking, got the tripping on the days before. Who died, who's doing time, kicking straight low. And I said, "Man, let's go to the store. I got some money to get us a couple drinks and we can chill some more." So we walked to the store, got our drinks, and walked out. My partner said, "Man, we can go and chill at my house." I said, "That's cool, it's all good, we can do that. But bro, we on feet. It depends on where you live at." He told me he lived uptown, so we called a taxi, but he told the driver to let us off on a back street. When we got out, I saw some brothers on this corner, and brothers down this alleyway walking down on us. And one of them dudes looked and hollered at Lil J. "Yeah, finally got you, partner. This is your last day." They shot him with a Mac 11, died right in front of me. I took a few bullets for the fact that I was with him, see? Now I'm in a hospital, hurting from bullet wounds, trying to recover, cause I want to get out soon. But it goes on and on in my mind. See, this is what I get for being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Peep game. Guys, right now they're painting the wrong picture to a lot of these young guys out here, man, because this is what they see, this is what they know, this is what they want to grab onto. You feel me? This is what they want to grab onto. You dig? They hear that and they ride off of that. You feel me? They ride clean off of that. You feel me? Parents can't tell them nothing at that point. Who's gonna tell them anything after that point? After they done heard what they heard, they vibe, they jumping, dig, and feel good. So who's to tell them now that they you know what you listening to, bro, is kind of crazy, you dig? You might not want to listen to that. You can't tell them that now. They already crossed the boundary that they can't go back from, you feel me? And that's what turns them out, you feel me? That's what turns them out, you dig? Believe it or not, they're just tricks. And these guys are actually the pimps. And they're just tricking these guys out, you dig, to go out there and do whatever, you dig? And, you know what I'm saying? Because only thing that's concerned right now is $1. It's, as long as I can make something jump, I know these niggas love it. I know these cats feeling it. I know they're listening to it. As long as you put money in my pocket, I don't care whether you live or die. Partner, that's not my case at that point. I'm not your mama and daddy. I'm not your parent. You feel me? I'm not your parent, but you can go ahead and give me that loot, and you can go ahead and buy my CD, you dig? And you can jam off of that real quick, you dig, until somebody spray you down with bullet holes, or you go to penitentiary for life, and then I find somebody else to pick up the slack of where you left off at. So I ain't tripping. I ain't your parent. You feel me? I ain't trying to be a role model. I'm just trying to get that paper. You feel me? That's what a lot of these guys own. That's what they own, man. A lot of these guys just own that, man. So you gotta know how to cut it off. You know how they say cut off the fat? You gotta cut the fat off. That's what it is, man. You gotta cut it off, man, because all it is choking up your mind from doing whatever it is that you know that you're supposed to do to keep your divine focus. To keep your divine focus. That's what it's all about, man. You did. I mean, a lot of these guys, man, it's like they know, but they refuse to explain it that they are powerful. The words they carry are powerful, and they're reaching the masses. So if you're gonna reach the masses, why don't you use it for a better purpose, man? Instead of trying to send these dudes off on something, you dig, to where they're gonna be spending time in pulling lookout somewhere. You feel me? You know, I mean, it doesn't make sense. It don't make sense. Yeah, to tell these dudes, man, look, man, please change the literature, because you got young cats out here listening to what y'all, you know what I'm saying, listening to what y'all saying, and they feed off of that. You know, they feed off of that. They'd rather not go to school. They'd rather not finish school. They'd rather not finish high school. They'd rather not put their all into it. Why? Because they want to get caught up in the streets. You know, they feel like the street life is gonna be the one that's gonna produce their life into being better than what they stood at before they left school, you dig? They feel like that's going to be the one to do it. No, that's not going to do it. I'm telling you now, that's not the way to do it. You dig? That's not the way to do it, you know? So like I said, man, you know, I remember when my son was coming up, man, listening to music, you know, and he listens to it all. I listen to everything. I listen to all of them. You dig? I got respect. I'm telling you, man, I got respect for all of them. I listen to every last one of them. But I know what to cut off and use this on this entertainment and know what is real for me to say, you know what, I think dude's on to something. I think I'm gonna look into it, you dig? You got some rappers who are out there who own some positive. Then you got some who just dive on a negative, and you know, I just let it go through one and not the other. I listen to the music, I like the track be flame. Sometimes the lyrics don't be all that, you dig? Even though they put their words together great, but it's still shooting negativity, you know? It's still shooting negative, it's still shooting negative information that shouldn't be allowed to our youngsters to be hearing today. They shouldn't hear that, man, because all it is, it's just mental genocide. That's all it is. Mental genocide. That's it. That's all it is. I'm gonna call it for what it's worth, man. It's mental genocide. We're killing our people with the words we say. You don't have to pull a trigger to kill somebody. Put some words in their head. You already killed them, because their mind is shot. It's fried. So they're pretty much walking around with nothing to think with. They're just dead people walking among the living. You know what I'm saying? It's just dead people walking among the living. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, man, people gotta wake up from that. It's time to get out of that, man. There's other ways of hustling than to be selling dope, than to be putting women on the strip. You know what I'm saying? Than to be jacking, robbing, and all that there. There's more to it, brother, than that, man. There's more to it than that, man. For real, but trust me, man, you did. The Hurricane Katrina hit, I wouldn't able to get a job nowhere. When I went to Chicago, I couldn't get no work nowhere. Didn't nobody want to hire me or do nothing, none of that. I couldn't get a job, you know? So, what I ended up doing, I used another niche that I knew I had. I like to drive. I used to drive from Chicago to New Orleans all the time. I used to make that trip like it was going down the street. So I ended up being a cab driver for a minute. Right there in the suburbs of Chicago, Illinois, right there in the west suburbs, I drove a cab for a while. I was a cab driver, and I did good with it. I made a lot of money driving a cab. Why? Because I like to drive. And by me liking to drive, I like to talk to people. You know, I'm a good navigator. So that was another niche for me to make to get my hustle on. You feel what I'm saying? So don't let these dudes tell you, man, that the only hustle they got out here is selling dope. Don't let these guys tell you that. I'll be the one to tell you that's wrong. It's dead wrong. You dig? All you're doing is setting up these people here to get their lives thrown away. You know what I'm saying? For nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're setting them up to taking them away from their family. You're taking away from you're taking their freedom completely away from them. You know, they're wasting their life behind bars now. Why? Because first of all, they was weak-minded enough to take that information in and apply that to themselves when they knew it was wrong. And number two, just being able to just say, you know what, I'm gonna just do it anyway. Even though I know it ain't the right thing to do, but I'm gonna just go ahead and pull it. You dig? I'll suffer the consequences later. You know, shit. You know what I'm saying? Because what they'll do is they'll spin a song in their head and they'll go off the chorus. They'll go off the hook. You dig? They will go off the hook and literally go off the hook. You dig? They will go off that hook. The hook that they heard in the song, they'll go off of that. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what's gonna drive them to go do whatever. To go rob so and so, to go jack so and so, to go put a home invasion, stuff like that, you dig? That ain't cool. That's not the way to do it, man. It's time to live. It's time to live. And I want my brothers to live, man. Before I see any other brother go to jail behind some craziness, I need to do something about it to try to make that stop. So this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm taking the extra energy to make sure this happens, you dig? And ain't nobody else gonna do it, I'm gonna be the one to do it, because why? I have to take that to my father when I leave from here. That's real. More about this music thing, you feel me? We need to rap more about that, and let's just clean it up. That's all. Just clean it up. You can still make your money doing what it is that you do, but you gotta clean it up, because you got the younger generation that's out here listening to what you projected. Now, okay, you've seen a lot, you've done a lot, you've been through it all. Okay, that's fine. That's good that you've been through that, you think? And it's fine to express that. But when you keep going on and now you're projecting a whole nother image as opposed to what you've already been through, now you're talking about what you would do in the present. And these cats listen to that. They feed off of that, man. These young cats feed off of that, man. They listen to it. They put it as a part of their persona, and their whole character evolves around what was told to them through music. Through music. Now, I, for one, I'm like this here. I love music. I love music, you dig? I listen to a track, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes